How can we separate communist theory from its history? Imagine trying to understand a story without the bias of the ending you already know. That's what separating communist theory from its history is like. It's about looking at the ideas and the real-world actions as two different things. Communist theory, mainly based on Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, is a way to analyze how societies develop through class struggles. It predicts that workers will eventually overthrow the owners of production and create a society where resources are shared equally. This idea is about understanding social change, not dictating exactly how governments should run. The key is to see that the theory focuses on the conflict between the working class and the owners of capital. It talks about a future where private property and social classes disappear, leading to a society based on common ownership and needs. But history shows us that many countries claiming to follow these ideas did not turn out as the theory suggests. Leaders like Vladimir Lenin, Joseph Stalin, and Mao Zedong created governments that were often authoritarian, with centralized power and repression. These actions don't match the original goal of a stateless, classless society. When we look at these historical examples, it's important to see them as distortions or incomplete versions of the original ideas. The theory itself says that true communism requires the abolition of the state and private property. Since these conditions were not fully met in practice, many argue that the failures of communist states don't mean the theory is wrong. Instead, they reflected the difficulty of applying these ideas in complex social and political environments. Understanding this difference helps us evaluate the ethics of communism. The moral aim of ending exploitation and promoting equality remains separate from the failures or abuses seen in some historical regimes. It allows us to think about how the core principles could be adapted today, avoiding authoritarianism while still working towards social ownership and economic fairness. By separating theory from history, we can learn from past mistakes without dismissing the ideas altogether. It's about recognizing that the core goals of communism, social justice, shared resources, and democratic control, still hold relevance. This approach encourages us to critique the historical implementations honestly, while keeping the original ideals in mind. It's a way to have a balanced view that respects the analytical power of the theory and the lessons learned from its real-world applications.